Hey guys, it's Christy here, and welcome back to another episode of Sims Medieval. Now, today we are adding Zaria, and if you watched my height chart video, where I talked about all my characters, you may be wondering, who's Zaria? Why wasn't she in that video? Well, funny enough, Zaria wasn't added until the second draft of the script. Anyway, Zaria is going to be our bard, which I've never played the bard class, so it should be fun. She is friendly. Friendly Sims love being around friends and are great at making and keeping friendships. She's a jokester. Sims that are jokesters see the lighter side of life and are always ready with a quick one-liner or funny story. And she's licentious. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Licentious Sims are romantically inclined, but not exactly in the wholesome way. They're always looking to get some action regardless of property or consequences. So yeah, that's Zaria. She also, you may notice, first name Zaria, last name Zaria. She doesn't have a canon last name currently. So, I just filled it with her first name. Because they never use the last names in this game anyway. I don't know why they bother to ask you them. So one thing real quick. If you didn't know, which I didn't until this playthrough, there's a widely known bug in Sims Medieval called the blue eyes bug. You'll notice, so her eyes are supposed to be green, but after she's been saved, they change to this color. And I actually first noticed the bug on Solaris, but since his eyes are dark blue anyway, I was like, well, I guess it's fine. Even though I can, like, change her eyes back to the green, as soon as I save it, they will go back to that blue color. And there's no fix for this. People have tried. So the one fix I did find is, this. This is, they look a bit different. But like from a distance it won't be that big a deal. But basically someone converted some custom content eyes that were made for The Sims 3 to this game. And since this is technically a blush, it's overlaying over top of the eyes, you won't see the blue eyes glitch because it's covered. So I am going to be using this from now on because I want my Sims to have the correct color eyes, and I'm pretty sure, like, once you have the blue eye glitch in your game, there's, like, no getting rid of it. It might even affect the Sims I've already created. I haven't checked if, like, Avalon has the blue eye glitch or anything like that. Probably the next time I play them, I'll look and see, if her eyes have changed color, and if they will, I'll fix it. But yeah. Alright, I looked through the quests here, and I think this is the one I'm gonna do. I also was interested in this one, because, we get to seduce the pirates, but, this gives us security, and right now what we need is culture. And that was the whole reason I added a culture character, so we're gonna do this one. Great bonfires lit up the night sky in Zaria. The hearty but angered yells of the peasantry filled the air. The great book purge had begun. Seemingly overnight, a large number of the lower class had suddenly taken to disposing of books through fire, a practice that was frowned upon by the throne. There had to be ways to make them see the error of their ways. Could a hero rise to save the written word? Alright. And I can do either one of these as a bard. This one gives us more culture, and it's about teaching them the value of books. But this one sounds more interesting, and also has the wizard as a secondary hero. So I get to play as two people again. So I think I'm gonna do this one. Books being burned, peasants being ignorant, how is that news? The only real way to deal with these lower class members of the kingdom was to put some genuine fear into them. What if they could be convinced that the books themselves didn't like being burned? And I'm really curious to see how that's gonna go, especially since it includes the wizard. So I feel like we're gonna have some fun with this one. But if it goes long, I will split it into two videos, because I know last time I accidentally made an episode that was twice as long as a normal one. It was another brilliant morning in Chateau, but the whatever that word is, Zaria, was not feeling very optimistic. Peasants were gathering in the forest to burn books. Books! Zaria looked in the direction of the castle. She would visit the monarch to see what could be done. Alright, so... this is the tavern. I've never actually seen this building, because I've never made, I've never done a bard. Alright, I try not to get too carried away, but I did change a little bit of things, mostly this room. I don't always like to do the decorating part, but this didn't feel like Zaria enough to me. Okay, so we have to ask the monarch to start the book burning investigation. Okay. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, but you know. We'll just... actually, you know what? She is tired. It started out with her tired. It must, like, adjust for the, whatever time of day you start. Because I know it starts just wherever I left off. But I'm gonna go ahead and sleep and eat first, and then I'll go over there. Oh, Avalon's here! Cannot socialize while sleeping. Okay. Get out of bed! The purple girls meet. So that's interesting. We got the animals and hunting theme from when I asked her for inspiration. I don't know how bards work, so this should be interesting. These book burnings do distress me, but so far I've only heard whispers of them happening. See if you can observe one in the forest and report back to me. I am especially curious to see why these peasants feel the need to destroy. I think she does have the blue eye glitch, because I don't think I would have made her eyes quite that dark. Can I edit? I can edit her in cast. Okay. So I can do this right now. I didn't check Avalon while she was here, but... okay, so... investigate the burning... investigate burnings in the forest. Okay. Whoa, you can literally see the smoke! Okay, cool. Okay, I got a whole bunch of themes by just going here and clicking, taking inspiration. Right now, she's too unfocused from the gruel to do her tasks, so I'm gonna have her take a stroll in the forest and see if that gives her, like, a boost. I don't know what it does, honestly. Okay, yeah, it did. Relaxing stroll. Okay, cool. What do you mean too unfocused? Oh my goodness. This is annoying. I'm immediately annoyed. Can we just practice being a bard? Or like, okay, perform a poem. I guess I could do my tasks. Oh, okay. So, I wrote a poem. And we're going to recite poetry. Dangerous skies. I'm probably not gonna come up with creative titles for these. I named it that because, based on the descriptions of the themes that I picked. Ah! Get out of the way, bedroom! I just want a screenshot. Well, that was a very short poem. Wait, did that not... okay, that did count. Good. I was gonna say, if that didn't count... okay, I can investigate the burnings now, so I'll send her over to do that. Was any of the things he discovered sage wort? Meanwhile, Solaris is failing to be a wizard as usual. I need sage wort, but none of these are sage wort. Well, he completed one of his tasks. Alright, so we're off to investigate the burnings. Oh. This is very cheery music for what is happening in the scene. As Zaria stumbled into the clearing, she could already feel the warmth of the fire on her face. Many books were there, and they were all ablaze. Zaria stared in wonder at the people assembled, and wondered how they could be so cheerful and so united in their hatred of the written word. As the fire began to burn out and the peasants began to return to town, Zaria followed them, eager to accost them and demand to know why they were doing this. Whoa. Oh, they actually have, like, a whole group of people. Okay, so I assume I have to talk to all these people. Yeah, talk to the peasants about the book learning. Oh. This is one feature I don't quite understand. There's so many people I have to get to know. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't have to get to know them that much. Okay. But I do still have to do it with 2 other people. Okay. Well, it ain't like we need the books. None of us can read anyway, so what's the harm in lighting a few on fire? Gives us a nice toasty spot in the woods and helps us cook our grub. All these are orphans. What's up with that? Yeah. Oh, I didn't have to get to know all of them. Okay, screw that. I assumed I had to ask every single one of them what was up, but no. I get to go talk to Solaris now, which is good, because he's busy struggling to be a wizard again. I don't think- whoa. I'm gonna go back over here. Never mind, he's busy with something else. Okay. These peasants are infuriating. I need to go consult with Solaris on the best approach to stopping them. Whoa. Stop. Okay. I've got an idea. Go write a book and fill it with what you will, but make it mystical and scary. I shall have to do a bit of research so I can cook up a few enchantments. We'll see if we can't give those burners something to think about. Alright, so we need to go write a book, and he needs to research flame enchantments for 2 hours. Okay. I'm just realizing the bard one is very similar to this. Yeah, it's like the same, but just slightly different. Okay, we need to write a book. I don't think it matters what theme we put in it. Oh, he's gonna fail this because I still haven't found Sagewort. Okay, in this one it auto gives me the title, okay. Do I have to... Okay, so I have to use all of these themes. I have to use 3. I guess it'll have to be that. I've written The Burner's Demise. It's a good read, if somewhat somber, and it should do nicely for what Solaris has in mind. I do want to do the performing thing, but she's gonna have to, like, nap first or something. I don't think we're gonna make it, actually, because it's like 3 hours. She's, like, about to collapse, so... It's funny how this is a tavern, but there's not, like, a tavern keeper career. There's just a bard career. Okay, I've already seen this one. Oh, shit, they both had the same dream. Alright, well, they both got the good song Stuck in Head buff, so that should help a little bit. Hold on. Please tell me you didn't start making gruel. Okay, good. Make food. I decide what you get to eat. Because you are terrible at picking for yourself. She's actually surprisingly good at singing for not having very much experience. Okay, he has a one minute. He needs to research for 1 more minute. She can gather inspiration while he's doing that. These pages mention several different enchantments on objects that can prevent them from catching fire even in extreme heat. If I can make a unburnable book, that might frighten the peasants enough to stop. Okay. Ooh, okay, so you do get themes based on where you're at. That's cool. It would've been cool to have the magic theme for the book about... the book that can't be burned. But I don't think it really mattered. While this might not be my best work, I'm excited to see what you can do with it. Make it unburnable? Well, that'll certainly give the peasants a scare. Okay. If he can, you know? I mean... So do we do that here, or... Oh, okay, I'm gonna need Mystic Grog first. Alright, now we can craft the unburnable book. The enchantment has been placed. Time to take this to those fiery peasants and see how they react to an unburnable book. The shock and surprise might be enough to get them to stop. Okay. Well, that's a pretty ominous name for a book, isn't it? No matter. I think there's a burning going on right now. Why don't you head into the forest and toss it into the fire? Okay. So, okay. Go to the burning. That sounds so ominous. Go to the burning. Arrgh! He's a pirate now. Can nothing get into the skull of these thick peasants? They didn't seem frightened at all. If anything, they were amused that the book didn't burn. Like I had brought some faulty book to their burning. Time to go back to Zaria and get another book from her. This time I've got something a bit more flashy in mind. Good, good. While Zaria gets started on that book, I'll get started on the next piece of that puzzle. An egg that can absorb and then later release sound. Combined with the new work from Zaria, they will eventually form a book that can speak for itself when burned. Ooh. I've written The Burner's Regret. It's pretty good follow-up to The Burner's Demise, even if the religious bits may be a bit controversial. There may be nothing quite as satisfying as crafting a good egg. Let me get this to Zaria so that she can imbue it with music or lyrics necessary to scare a little book-burning peasant. Okay, so she finished all her tasks. Okay. What? Why is there a child here? Handmaiding and trading. Is making faces in the mirror, but she can't even reach the mirror. Oh, there is a barman. Okay. It's like the like servants that work at the castle, I guess. But instead I play the bard instead of the person running the bar. Okay. So this didn't come into play last time, but Solaris did what his dedicated trait does, which is he decided, you know what? 2 responsibilities wasn't enough for today. I'm gonna do another one. I was really surprised that never came up last time. I'm gonna have her go get some ingredients for food, I guess. Amidst the bustling town, Zaria suddenly hears a commotion ahead. Dashing to investigate, Zaria came upon quite a sight. A pair of brigands terrorizing a defenseless mother and tiny child. The fiend appears to be trying to wrestle a bag out of the woman's hands. Help the mother. This injustice would not stand. Zaria sprang into action. Or help the muggers. Zaria could help the bandits steal the bag. Who knows what was in it? Maybe good stuff. I'm gonna go with, help the mother. Zaria charged the fence of the mother with the cry of "Halt, thieves!" Unfortunately, in the confusion of the crowd, Zaria was unaware that the other brigands were all around her. In moments, Zaria found herself on the ground, having been pouted several times with heavy clubs. Ouch. Oh wow. Received major lacerations buff. And my lute string is broken! This is a terrible day! I was gonna say, and we don't have a physician yet, but, 'tis only a flesh wound, right? Buying health salves. Can I buy health salves? I'm scared to go back there after what happened, but I don't know if this is like, I mean, it's gonna majorly affect her focus. I do know that much. We'll try the medium healing salve, or moderate healing salve. Oh no! Picking your way through the marketplace, you're suddenly accosted by someone who looks exactly like you, wearing the exact same outfit you have on. She thrusts a parcel into your hand, shouting, "There's no time to explain. Take this and get out of here." Then she took off down the street. Okay, last time, this came up and I ran, and, it did, I think I got, like, a negative buff for that, so I'm gonna try to ignore it. You dropped the unopened parcel in a nearby refuse heap and went about your business. Sometime later, while heading out of town, you heard a large boom and saw a column of smoke lifting into the night sky. Could that have been related? Nah. But I didn't get a negative buff this time! Now, she should have healing salve. Let's use that. Okay. So I still have 11 hours on this, but it's a moderate injury now, so... So I helped a little bit, but not a lot. Time left 1 hour, time remaining 54 minutes. I'm still gonna try it, see. I think it's gonna be, like, slightly short, but it's hard to tell. Oh, he did! Okay, it did count. Cool. I didn't read it because, we'd already had this nightmare before, I think. But Solaris had a nightmare about being chased by horrors, and I chose the same thing that I chose last time, but I got a different outcome. So it says, Solaris turned quickly and ran away from the horrors, who surged forward with renewed bloodlust. The murky landscape around his bed became a sheer cliff, stopping Solaris in his tracks. As the inevitable fatal blow struck him from behind, he began to fall. Solaris woke up with a shrill cry of fear. It'd be several minutes before he fell back into a light sleep. I forget that, like, sometimes they can have different outcomes. But it's like, you know, the same dream pops up, I'm like, oh, I've already done this one, you know? Alright.
Ah, is that Jessie Bow?
Here, Zaria, take this. Then imbue it with your voice, be it song, poetry, or prose. Return it to me with the written book, and we'll be able to give those peasants a burning they'll never forget. This is an interesting egg. Solaris mentioned it would capture most sound, and that I should fill it with something like a song. But perhaps a terrifying poem would be more appropriate? Oh, we get a choice. Okay. What should the egg be filled with? A spooky song or a petrifying poetry? Can you imagine a book talking in a scary voice versus a book singing a song? Like, both would be, unsettling, but I feel like talking is scarier. So I'm gonna go with that. What could be more terrifying than a book that can speak? Perhaps one that can speak of the pain and suffering it's feeling. I should perform a poem so that the egg may have a chance to hear it, and do whatever it is it's supposed to do. This tells you how many herbs I've been gathering for Solaris. I just got an achievement for gathering 50 herbs. That should do it. Now to give both the book and this egg back to Adept Solaris for his final mystical preparation. This should scare those peasants right out of their britches.
Aha,
Great work, Zaria. Now all I need to do is combine these with a pinch of valor root to make it a truly scary book. A fine bit of handiwork if I do say so myself. Off to the forest for one last confrontation with those pesky peasants. You brought another book? Sure, let's go toss it on the fire now. What's this? One of these peasants seems to have dropped a book on the ground. It looks like an ancient magic tome, and something that might be quite useful in the future. I'm sure they won't miss it. Huh. Is that just like a bonus thing I got? I didn't, like, tell him to, like, that wasn't part of the thing where, like, told me to go pick that up or anything. He just did that, I guess. Alright, go to the burning. There were a number of peasants gathered in the forest, starting a new bonfire as Solaris approached. Here, he said, toss this one on the fire as well. Suddenly from the fire, a voice erupted. It was the voice of Zaria ringing clear and eerie from the flames. The peasants turned and fled. Many screamed in horror. I'll never burn books again, shouted one, whilst another simply hid behind a nearby tree and sobbed. And we finished the quest! I figured that was the end of it. Zaria and Solaris met at the forest's edge and shook hands. The peasants had scattered to nearby villages and were now recounting the story of horror they had just witnessed before their very eyes. The appeals and cries of the enchanted book must still be ringing in their ears, thought Solaris, still quite proud of his work. One thing was certain, there would not be a book burning in or near Chateau for quite some time. Alright, cool. And we're up to neutral with culture now. So basically we can do any one of those 3 that are in the yellow next time. Anyway guys, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!